So now we are looking at Natas 25. Okay, we have something here which says code and some text here and some text here as well. Okay, and we have view source. Okay, so let's change it. Okay, this looks like German language. Okay, let's change it to English. Is it changing? No, it's the same thing. Okay. So what do we notice is we have a parameter here. Okay, so let's see it in burp. Okay, so this is the one. So let's send it to repeater for testing. Okay, right, let's send this request. Control plus space will send the request. And do I have any cookies? Yeah, I have a cookie here, but it seems like it is completely random. Okay, what do we have here? No, we don't have anything here, and we don't have much functionality other than this one. Okay, so this seems to be the only parameter that is vulnerable. So let's test it. Let's send it to the intruder and test it with some special characters. Okay, so clear everything. Okay, it's cleared. Add only this. Okay, and let's use payloads. Let's go to seclist where we can find special characters. Okay, these are the special characters. Copy this, copied, go here and paste. Okay, I don't think we need to change anything else. Let's test with this. Start attack. Okay, the scan is complete. Let's see if anything changed. Okay, looks like the dot and the slash is changed. Let's see the output. Let's see it in the browser actually. Okay, show response in browser. Looks like warning message. Okay, we have a greeting here, we have message, we have footer. Okay, I think these three are these three values. Okay, so this is the greeting, this is the message, and this is the footer. Okay, and let's see other things. Warning, it tried to include something. Okay, failed to open stream. Okay, no such file or directory. So what is this value? This is forward slash. Okay, percentage 2f is forward slash. Okay, so I think we have a forward slash here. I hope you can see this. Okay, I think this is the one. And yeah, let's try to change this to dot, because dot also responded weirdly. Okay, with this error. So let's keep dot instead of this and let's see what happens. As you can see, instead of slash we have dot here. So it is trying for including something. Okay, including a file or path. Okay, so looks like this parameter is reading some file. Okay, so let's make a note of it. Okay, we have dot and slash are giving errors. Okay, so what do we know about dot and slash? So in Linux we have dot slash, right? So which means it goes to previous directory. And what do we know about dot slash in terms of vulnerability? So we can use directory traversal vulnerability. Okay, this is a possibility, this is not a guarantee. Okay, because we are getting some errors. Okay, so let's try dot slash. and see what happens. Looks like we don't have anything now. Okay, as you can see, we had dot and slash, but when we keep dot dot slash, we see nothing here. Okay, so the reason might be because this is being stripped off. Okay, that's one of the reasons. We can also test if this parameter is including a file by keeping a null character. Okay, so you know the null character, right? %00. Okay, so let's try that. We have a new error that says file exists function expects one parameter to be a valid path. Okay, so we have to give a valid path here. So that's what it's saying. So previously we gave something like en, right, for English, or de for German. Okay, and dot it just gave an error, and slash it gave an error. Okay, so we have to give a valid path so that this function will read some file. Okay, so now let's try to keep some dot dot slash. Okay, so we know that it is being stripped off, but anyway, let's try dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash one more, and then etc and passwd. So we know that this file is world readable, right? So that's why we want to test this, and let's see what happens. Okay, so looks like we don't get any error, but we came to step 1 actually, like this is the first step, right? So looks like something is happening here. Okay, so we know that this dot dot slash is being stripped off, right? So let's try to bypass this. Okay, so let's take this, copy. Let's take this dot dot slash because this is being stripped off, and let's try to inject some payload in such a way that this dot dot slash is being preserved. Okay, so the way we do is we divide it into 3 parts. Okay, something like this, and we keep dot dot slash in this location and we keep dot dot slash in this location. Okay, either way works. So what we are going to do is, in case 1, okay, so we keep dot dot slash in, let's say this is position 1, okay, and this is position 2. So we have to keep dot dot slash in position 1. So the final output will look something like dot, okay, this is the first dot, and dot dot slash, okay, this one, and again dot dot, and for the time being we are ignoring this because this is the second case. Okay, only thing that is left is this one. Okay, forward slash. So if you combine this, it will look something like dot 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 slash dot slash. Okay, this is how it looks like. In case 2, you can also do it this way. Okay, we are keeping dot dot slash in this location. Okay, so what are we left with? We are left with dot, this one, and this we are not considering. So next one is dot, okay, dot, and we keep dot dot slash here. Okay, so dot dot slash, and the last one is forward slash. Okay, forward slash. So the final output will look something like dot 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 slash slash. Okay, so these are the 2 things you can use to bypass directory traversal. Okay, so in both the cases what is going to happen is it is going to search for dot dot slash, okay, either this one or this one, and it is being stripped off, and after stripping off, the output that is left is dot dot slash. Okay, this dot and this dot slash. Okay, so here also if it is stripped off, what is the thing that is left is dot dot and slash. Okay, so dot dot slash. So this is how we bypass directory traversal. Okay, so let's try to implement this. Okay, let's take any one of them. Okay, dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash dot dot slash, and then etc password. So you can keep as many dot dot slash as possible, because the maximum it can go up is the root directory. Okay, so we're replacing this with this, and let's see what happens. It works. Okay, so it just printed out all the file contents in password file. Okay, right. So this seems to be working. So let's replace this with natas underscore webpass and natas 26, because that is the one we need. Okay, so let's try to do this. So it's not working. Okay, so why is the etc password working but the natas webpass and natas 26 not working? So this has to do something specific with this natas 25. Okay, so this is the time we need to see the source code, because we cannot guess this, because this is a CTF, because literally we have access to read everything except this natas webpass directory. So let's check the source code. Okay, so let's go back, let's type anything. Okay, we have source code here, let's click that, let's go back, and so as usual this is the PHP code. Okay, so when we see any code, okay, so you need to skip all the functions initially. So you're skipping the functions. Okay, so here we have another PHP code, and this is the main code that is being started here. So let's see this one. Okay, for each list files language / as f, echo this one. Okay, so this is like we are printing options. Okay, so it is like /en. Okay, so for English language and German language, so these are the different options. Okay, so just disregarding that, and once we see this list files, okay, so this seems to be a function, right? So let's go and check that function. This is the function. Okay, and it is expecting a path. In the next line there is a variable that is being defined as an array, and this variable is again called in this location. Okay, so it is checking if it has something to do with the handle. Okay, it just opens it. Okay, and while false not equals to uh, something. Okay, so it is reading that directory. Okay, and assigning it to a file variable, and this is being checked. If this exists, it will return true. So false not equals to true, which means the whole thing will reply as true. Okay, so then this will execute. This one is checking if the file contains only dot and only dot dot, just disregarding current directory and previous directory. So this is not something related to directory traversal. Okay, so this is just disregarding current directory and a previous directory. So what I mean by that is, so if you type ls-la, so there are a lot of things in this directory, but the only thing that we need right now is this one. So dot and dot dot, so this is the one that it is being represented. Okay, these both are directories. Dot represent current directory, dot dot represent previous directory. So the file is not a current directory, it's not a previous directory. Okay, it should be some file. Okay, so whatever the output, it will be listed into that array. Okay, so and then it closes, and then it returns list of files. Okay, and once it returns, it is going to check everything, so all the options. Okay, German or something else or some other etc password file. Okay, so all of these things. And let's see the next one. So it is saying session start and set language. So do we have both of them? So we have set language here. Okay, so it is going to check if a language parameter is exist in the request, and yes it does. And if it does, then next line it is going to just safe include this one. So what does safe include mean? So we'll see that. So whatever we keep here in the language parameter, that is being appended. Okay, so this dot represent append in PHP. So it is just like you are joining these two strings. Okay, and this whole thing is being sent to this safe include. Okay, so if we keep dot dot slash all these things in here, so it is going to go here like language forward slash dot dot slash and then etc password. Okay, so all of this will go into this file name, and it is going to check str. We already know this will check first occurrence of this, and what it is going to do is it is going to create a log request. So in this log request, so it is giving this string as a message, and then it is going to create a log file. So do we have a log request? Yes, we have. So what this log request is going to do is it is going to create a string with date, and the string is being appended with space and then user agent. Okay, whichever user agent is there, so that is being checked, and then it is being appended to the log, and next it is being appended with double quotes. Okay, so these double quotes are being given to this message. Okay, whatever message is there, so I think this is the same message as this one. Okay, so this will be there. Once it is done, then it is going to open this file, and then it is going to write into this file. So this file is being opened here, so this log is being written or just appended to this file. Okay, so what it means is it just keeps adding. Okay, so log is being added whenever any request is being sent, and these log request, how many log requests has been are there? So there are two log requests. Okay, so here is one and here is one. Okay, and this is just a function. Okay, only two times it is being called. So when is that? So one is because of directory traversal, and second is because Natas web pass. So you cannot keep dot slash, and you cannot keep Natas underscore web pass. So this is the reason why we did not have any response. Okay, so it just replied with a -1. Okay, exited with -1. Okay, so what we can understand is we have two logic that we need to bypass. Okay, and then we are good to go. Okay, so in this case we already have this, so let's try to open this log file. Okay, we already saw this log file, right? So let's try to open this. First of all, let's create this string. Okay, and session ID. Okay, where can we get session ID? So here, let's go to positions. We have session ID here. Let's go to here, paste session ID, and at the end you need to keep .log. Okay, .log. So this is the one we need. Okay, so before that you need to keep this one. Okay, so let's try to keep only this part, and let's see what happens. So it has a dot in the beginning, so let's remove that. So the file is not opening. Okay, so you need to keep this part. All right, we can access the logs. This is interesting. So the main thing you need to identify is this pattern. Is it following this pattern? Okay, so first date. Okay, so let's see the last request. Okay, so this is the date. Okay, and this is saying Mozilla Firefox or Chrome. Okay, so it doesn't identify the exact one. So I think this is just user agent. Okay, so user agent flag is there for us. So if you see user agent, so it is just copying this one. Okay, and then it is being pasted here. Okay, and this directory traversal attempt request is this one, because we use dot dot slash, right? So that's why this is okay. And in this file name, what it is doing is it is just replacing dot dot slash whenever it occurs, and it is replacing with empty string. Okay, so that's what happened. It is not perfectly secure. If it wants to be perfectly secure, this dot dot slash has to be recursively stripped off. Okay, so it is just one time it is done, so it is not done twice or thrice or something like that. Okay, so this we bypassed, and this we need to bypass. So I don't think we can bypass it right here, but what we can do is we can either use this one or this one to create a log request. Okay, so try to understand it very carefully. So we need to use either this one or this one to create a log request. So if we do not do this, log will not be created. Okay, so and one more thing you need to understand is that who creates this log file. Okay, this log file is created by PHP. Okay, so which means other than this standard message, you can control some other values. Okay, so something like you cannot control this. Okay, this is not user controllable. Okay, it is using date function to create a date and time. Okay, so you cannot control this. So you can control this user agent. Okay, and you cannot control this one message, because this message is generated by this one or this one. Okay, so you cannot control this. The only thing you can control is this one. So what we can do is we can go to repeater. Let's remove all the user agent. Okay, removing this user agent, and since this log file is created by PHP, okay, this log file, so we need to use PHP script. Okay, so we need to use PHP script instead of this user agent. Okay, so how do we do that? So there are lots of ways we can do this. So question mark PHP, this is standard, and you can end with this, and inside this you can create either system, or you can create pass through, or you can just want to read files, so you can just echo and file get file contents, or file get contents. Yeah, file get contents. So if you don't know what you're actually doing here, so you just want to read a file, right? So PHP read a file. Okay, so you can try this search, and here you will get how to read a file. Okay, this is standard one, and this is one more standard. This is a standard function. Okay, file get contents, this is the one I used here. Okay, so either you can do this. So here what you need to mention is just the file name. Okay, so single quotes and then some file name. The file we need is /etc/natas underscore webpass natas 26, and we also need to keep in mind that every PHP line ends with a semicolon. Okay, so this will work. Okay, so I'll just keep a copy of this right here, And one more script you can use is this one. So PHP, you can use direct system commands if you want. Okay, so how do you use system commands? Since you know this is using Linux because of this etc password, okay, so you can use Linux commands here. So cat /etc/ natas underscore webpass natas 26. Okay, so you can also use this, either one will work. Okay, let's use this time. Okay, we already know how to get contents. Okay, right. And the next important point is, when is log file created? Only when we use dot dot slash or native web pass. Okay, so let's use dot dot slash. This should be enough actually. Okay, when we use dot dot slash here, it will just go here and search. If it doesn't execute, then it is going to just ignore the whole command. Okay, so if you just keep en and let's forward this and let's send what happens first. Okay, and let's see what happened here. Okay, so we get nothing. If we keep a dot dot slash, okay, let's see what happens this time. Okay, reload this. Look what we got here. Okay, so try to understand this scenario. And why do we get two of them? Because we sent this one first. Okay, this one contains a dot dot slash and we just reloaded here, so we are sending again. Okay, this one also got a dot dot slash. Okay, so we are sending two requests, and this request actually got PHP code and this request doesn't have a PHP code. Okay, right. So let's see, let's try to give natas underscore web pass. Okay, so this should also go to here. This will be skipped because this is false. This time we are not keeping dot dot slash, so what we are keeping is this one. Okay, natas underscore web pass. So we need to get this one as a message. Okay, and it should create a log file. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's send this and reload this. As you can see, we got another password here, and this time it is illegal file, access detected, aborting. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I hope you get it. I hope you get it in depth. So if you want to check this one and replace it with this one just for sake of testing, okay, so you can actually try this and send this and reload this. Okay, here you got it. Okay, I hope you understand this level in depth. Okay, and I'll see you guys in the next one.